Celebrate good times, come on! Oops. You always need to make sure that the times are actually good before you celebrate, or else you're in for a rude awakening and everyone watching is in for a good laugh at your expense. We're counting down the 20 times where people celebrated way too early. And speaking of doing things early, go ahead and give this video a like right now. Subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video drop. The Surgeon General recommends that you stay inside and watch at least 8 hours of this channel a day. People love to compete, and when people are in competition, they want to win. There's no better feeling than realizing you are in the clear, about to win it all, and just letting go in exuberance. And there's nothing worse than having that feeling snatched right out from in front of you after you already celebrated it. These are 20 times when people celebrated way too early. This guy is about to win the Peachtree Road Race, the largest 10K in the world. I think they're all around 10K. Anyways, he's about to win, but then takes it easy when he looks over his shoulder and doesn't see anyone. But another runner is just about to pass him on the other side. When they say always be looking over your shoulder, they never really specify which one, do they? This college football player from the University of Kentucky was about to score a touchdown when he had the bright idea to prematurely celebrate. The dude points to the end zone as if to say, hey, that's where I'm running to. But nope, as soon as he calls his shot, he's tackled by Ole Miss. Just wait to get to the end zone and then tell everyone that you're there. In the 2006 Winter Olympic snowboarding cross-country final, Lindsay Jacob-Ellis is way out in the lead and has the gold in the bag. She's so far ahead that she might as well do a little hot dogging on her tricks. But as everyone knows, Olympic hot dogging never ends well. She eats it and is quickly overtaken as the play-by-play announcer screams and winning the race. This baseball player in the Korean League hits the snot out of the ball and just assumes that it's a home run. He's already rounding the bases when somebody helpfully points out to him that the ball is well within the park still and it was caught. And oh yeah, he's out. Never give up hope, overly optimistic baseball player. There's nothing as sweet as watching a too early celebration turn into instant karma during a children's spelling bee. The first kid misspells some fake word that the judges clearly made up, and the other kid gets right in his face about it. That is some prime spelling bee smack talk.
D-R-A-A-T-H-A-R, Dratar.
Unfortunately, he can't back it up and promptly makes a fool out of himself by failing to spell his made-up word.
Ayakoide?
Sticking with the sporting world of spelling bees for a moment, check out the confidence in this kid proudly proclaiming that he knows how to spell Cabaragoya.
Cabaragoya, I know it!
And then totally misspelling Cabaragoya.
What?
Yeah, sure, kid. We all know how to spell Cabaragoya. Now just take your medicine and get back into your padded room. This dude, Drew Chapman, violates one of the first rules that everyone is supposed to learn when they start training in mixed martial arts. When you have a beaten opponent on the ground, don't stand on their back and do a front flip. Especially if you win by your opponent knocking themselves out and then your celebration ends up getting you disqualified. Not a good look. After an epic little rally, tennis star Francis Tiafoe has a wicked return that he is so sure won't be returned back to him that he doesn't even bother to turn around and watch his point land. Wow, that's confidence, my friend. Turns out that it's actually stupidity because the thing is, it gets returned and he loses the point. He's so embarrassed that he marries the wall. Just goes to show you, it's not over until you've lost. This racer in this motorcycle race thinks he won and starts to celebrate, but he was one off in his count and still had another lap to go. The guy just keeps celebrating as every other racer passes him by. Hey man, aren't you curious why everyone is still going? It's not a conspiracy, you just don't have the facts. Keep going until they tell you to stop. That's how you need to live your life on the racetrack and on the freeway when dealing with the police.
Ma'am, in the leopard dress, you have an amazing rack.
The CFL is just like the NFL except it's played in Canada. There's only 3 downs, and there's gremlins or mounties or some crap. Also, just like the NFL, they have people going for touchdowns that start to celebrate just a tad too early. Chris Williams caught a missed field goal and was running the length of the entire field when he thought he'd get in a few backward steps. Sure enough, that allowed the defender to catch up and tackle him right at the 1-yard line. Maybe stuff like this is why he's in the CFL. So there's a thing called sports stacking, and it's the timed competition of stacking and unstacking cups because we're just calling anything a sport now. This world-class athlete moves his cups around very fast, but starts to celebrate before he hits the buzzer thing that you're supposed to hit to stop your timer after you're done moving your cups. It's like something out of a Greek tragedy. This basketball team does almost everything right. They dribble out the clock, get a good look, and score to win the game almost at the buzzer. Good game, everybody. Good win, great fundamentals. But wait, the game's not over yet. It seems they've forgotten they still have to play defense for 0.6 seconds. That's just enough time for the other team to get the ball in and launch a prayer that actually gets answered. What a heartbreaker. You have to play the whole game, guys. In this horse race, the little jockey guy gets a super big lead and starts to celebrate by vigorously beating the crap out of his horse. Maybe he swings a little too hard because he loses his balance and falls off, allowing all the other riders to pass him by. This may be going out on a limb here, but we're going to assume that this was all on the jockey and not the horse's fault. Never count your jockeys until they've fallen. This isn't just any race folks are finishing here, this is an Ironman. So they had to battle Tony Stark or something while they jogged. But as the first competitor is about to cross the finish line, he does a cute little leap for joy, and when he comes down, he breaks his foot. Ouch! Too bad he didn't have an iron ankle, man. These Alabama softball players are super excited about their home run. Home runs are always fun, but especially when they put you back in the game like this one did. Unfortunately, for a home run to count, you have to touch home plate. You can't just jump over it. The run doesn't count, and she's tagged out all because she celebrated before she scored. Actually, to put it more accurately, she celebrated instead of scoring. These volleyball players in the Philippines really mean business. After an intense back and forth, the one team assumes they scored as the other has to dive out of bounds to try to save the ball. Hey, after a volley like that, of course you want to celebrate, but she did in fact save the ball, and they turned it around for a point of their own. This Mark Allen guy is a professional billiards player, which is a thing, or snooker, or pool, or boomball. Whatever you want to call it, the point is he plays a game where if you scratch on the 8 ball, you lose. Well, he's running the table and celebrates his win after sinking the last ball, but then gets a sinking feeling himself as he sees that the cue ball is heading to the pocket. In the cutthroat winner-take-all world of high-stakes competitive rollerblade racing, one little mistake is all it takes to send you from glory to destruction in the blink of an eye. As the first-place blader looks around and thinks he has clearly won the race, a rollerblader from the outside wheels by and sneaks over the finish line by a nose. Truly a day that will live forever in infamy in the world of rollerblading. This cyclist makes clear that old adage that everyone is taught in school, but you never really learn until you experience it. If you're winning a bike race, don't start pumping your fist until you've actually crossed the finish line. It's just like a couple of feet in front of you. Just finish the stupid race. This channel. Find that little bell thingy and give it a click too so you never miss a single video. Thanks for watching.